So I'm back again with another surprise unboxing. This is going to be the third item that I've got from Anovos, and this one I actually had no idea was coming. This was actually my birthday present, so I thought, well, I've already unboxed it considering it was my birthday present, but I'm going to unbox it again and just sort of show you guys how it comes. As usual, you know when it's coming in the post because it's got the big Anovos logo on the front, which is always exciting when you see that. And opening it up immediately, there is one main difference, which is instead of having a fancy printed box, you just have this bit of card. Now if I shove this out the way, you can see just back there, that's the box that the Phasma helmet came in, which came inside, you know, the normal Anovos cardboard box. So I was expecting to have a fancy Death Trooper helmet box, but just comes with a bit of card instead, so I'm guessing it lessens the cost of postage and packaging for Anovos. I don't know if that's going to be reflected in the price of the actual costume parts, I doubt it, but it's also, I guess, kind of a good thing, because for something like this, which is a collectible, that when you get it, a lot of people are going to actually display it, like so you can see the helmet, you know, display it in the box, but if you're a bit of a collector like me, you're going to want to keep the box, and finding room for a big box like that is difficult, so this is okay. It means I can just get rid of this one and just have the helmet out on show. So there's the picture of the helmet. This is the Death Trooper standard helmet. This is the Death Trooper from Rogue One, as opposed to the zombie Death Trooper that I made, which everyone was shouting at me, this isn't the Death Trooper, even though at the beginning of the video I said this is a Death Trooper from the book Death Troopers, which was brought out over, well, nearly 10 years ago now, and yeah, they took the name for these ones. And back here it says, officially licensed costume replica of the elite soldiers of Imperial intelligence, Death Troopers, are encased in specialised Stormtrooper armour with a dark, ominous gleam. These soldiers serve as bodyguards and enforcers for Director Krennic, a highly placed officer within the Advanced Weapons Research Division of the Empire. This Star Wars Rogue One costume accessory was created using 3D scans, measurements and reference taken from screen-used production assets. This fiberglass helmet is assembled and ready to wear and features a lined interior with comfort pad sizing system, so same as my Phasma helmet. And visit Anovos for the complete Death Trooper ensemble and accessories. Now, Death Troopers, they're kind of that one that I'm slightly torn on between, do I love it or am I just indifferent? I'm not sure. I don't know if I will get the full costume of this. Phasma I'd like to, depending what they do with the character in the next film. This one I purely don't know if I can get away with it, because you need to be tall and skinny for a Death Trooper, and I'm not any of those things. So let's get the helmet out. So, same as the Phasma one, you got a load of polystyrene here with the little Anovos logo on the top, just keeps the helmet nice and safe, and it's already been cut out at the bottom because normally it's zip tied to the bottom, because you have, if I've still got it in the box, you have this little bit of metal which, there we go, with a bit of effort, it goes into this sort of cross shape, so the tie's attached to that, so it's not tied to the helmet or anything like that. And here is the Death Trooper helmet. So this is a really nice looking piece, got a load of detail on there. You can see even on the bits on the side, there's that little metal grating in there, and it's really, really nice. Yeah, this Death Trooper doesn't have like the little sort of, I think it's a little light they have on the side, but you could always modify it to add that if you wanted to. Now this helmet is a lot smaller in comparison to the Phasma helmet in terms of putting it on. So with the actual sizing pads, which are inside here, you can see there's all the black lining, and it's got the Anovos logo on, but the sizing pads are these things, which are just little bits of sponge with the same fabric on, with some Velcro on the back, so it literally just attaches onto there. I will need some more in there if I'm going to wear this, just to make it that extra bit secure, but if I were to put this straight on, it fits a heck of a lot better than the Phasma one does. So yeah, and it's got that same smell to it. When I said the Phasma one's got that new prop smell. People ask me, well, what's a new prop smell like? Sort of smells a bit like plastic, glue and paint. I only have one sort of thing that I don't like about this helmet, and it's actually the same with the Phasma one. When I put the Phasma on, I wasn't entirely sure if you could see my eyes through it. Turns out you actually can, and with this one, you can actually see your eyes quite clearly, especially in certain lights, which is a real shame because you're not supposed to see anything. But yeah, if you've got light directly shining on the helmet, you can very clearly see the person's eyes underneath this. So if I was to wear this out, I'd have to add like a little layer of something on the inside just to help block out the light, like a bit of reflective material, so it's still green on the outside, but you can't actually see in at all. It is a really nice helmet, and you don't see a lot of Death Troopers about at the moment. There's quite a few Shore Troopers, but not a lot of Death Troopers. And as someone who is a fan of Krennic, well, this will just give me an excuse to hang out with a Krennic cosplayer all day. I'll give you some more little close-ups of the detail on here. It's really nice, and it's got a little bit of weathering to it as well. That's a really nice helmet. So I've now got to organise all the stuff in the workshop to find a place where I can start hanging up helmets, because, you know, I always kind of wanted to start a bucket collection, which for anybody who is into Star Wars cosplay will think, what the hell is that? But a bucket is just what we affectionately call our helmets, especially Stormtrooper helmets, because it is pretty much like looking out of a bucket. You can't really see much. So, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the next video that you'll see will be the completed K2SO costume. As you can see, if I go that way, he's just behind me there. I'm doing all the details at the moment, but you'll see how that's progressing. Hopefully in the next maybe 2 weeks. We'll see. He should be done by then. But as always, guys, may the Force be with you.